Here we go, off the rails. But you know it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew. Any bags or a pass, say the word, I'll be there in a flash. You could say my hat is off to you. Oh, we can zoom all the way to the moon. Oh, this great wide wacky world. Jump with me, grab coins with me, oh yeah. Jump up in the air, jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. And if the dark clouds start to swirl, don't fear and shed a tear, 'cause I'll be your one-up girl. So let's all jump up super high, high up in the sky. There's no power up like dancing. You know that you're my superstar.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3 2017. We're back for another year. We've got a lot of great game content to show you, and a lot of special guests swinging by as well. But to get things kicked off, we're going to take another look at Super Mario Odyssey. Just saw the video in the Spotlight. It's going to be coming out on October 27th, really soon, and we're going to take a look at some gameplay. I'm Sam from the Treehouse, joined by my colleagues from the Treehouse, Rob, and Scott on the end, and we have some very special guests with us for this segment. We've got the game's producer, Koizumi-san, and the game's director, Motokura-san. Thank you both so much for joining us today.
はい。
今日来ていただきありがとうございました。
はい、楽しみにしてました。
Really looking forward to it.
So I know folks are probably really excited to get into gameplay, but before we jump in, there were a lot of really cool reveals in that video, and I think folks are going to be really interested in all the different directions that you're taking this game. But at the core, there's really kind of a driving philosophy that you've got going. I was wondering if you could tell our viewers a little bit more about that.
このゲームの基本的なコンセプトを説明していただけますか。
まず今ビデオを見ていただいてどうでしたか。何か面白かったところはありますか。
First, could I just ask you, was there anything you saw in there that particularly surprised you or interested you?
I gotta say, the first time I saw that T-Rex, my heart stopped.
The dinosaur was a
It was
big
so
deal.
exciting.
よかったです。今回のマリオはテーマは旅になっていて、別の国に行った時の驚きをすごく強調しています。
So we have a theme of going on a journey in this game, but we're also trying to give the player a lot of surprises, and I think the dinosaur is a really big surprise for both.
マリオシリーズってマリオが持っている分かりやすさであるとか、可愛らしさであるとか、誰でも分かるような共感というもので、今まで作ってきて、今もこれも入ってるんですけども、今回は特に旅の驚きっていうことをすごく、盛り込みたいので、驚きというテーマを、体験もそうだし、ビジュアルもそうだし、たくさん詰め込んでます。
But we also want to balance that feeling of surprise with some emotional resonance, giving people something that's familiar, that's attractive, that's really cute from the Mario series, and bounce people back and forth between the familiar and the surprising.
でそれを体験するための新しいプレイシステムを、作りましたので、それは本倉さんに説明してもらいます。
And so we've come up with some play systems to get that across as well. So it's not just a look and feel, but a play experience also. And I'd like to turn to Mr. Motokura to explain that.
今作は帽子を投げて敵や物を操ってとある地球を冒険するっていう、物語になっています。
So the kind of overall story of this game is, you're going around, you're throwing your hat, you're taking over different enemies and objects, and you're traveling the world while you do that.
そのパワームーンっていうのがイコール驚きになっていますので、それを帽子を投げたりいろんなものを操って箱庭を探索してもらえたらと思っています。
And we talked about surprise before, but basically the unit of surprise in this game is those power moons. Those always equal a surprise, so you go around, you throw your hat at different things, you control enemies, and you find things that are surprising, and that gives you a power moon.
Right on. So let's get into some gameplay. Rob, you're
Yeah.
going to take us into New Donk City.
I am. First, I'd like to take a quick look at the Odyssey, for which the game is named. It's the ship that Mario uses to travel the world, and it's powered by these power moons, so you keep needing additional thresholds of them to get onto the next kingdom. And just to show off a little bit of the new moves, obviously there's the hat throw. You can make it stay in place, which is sometimes valuable. It can grab things for you. There's two kinds of coins, which we'll talk about a little later on.
And actually, there in that little dialogue box, we saw Cappy.
Oh, yeah. Cappy is both the red hat that he's wearing and also in his native form, he's a white top hat. And so one other move that's pretty cool is this circular throw. Knocks away everything. But let's get down into the city. And as you saw in the trailer, so there's the capture mechanic lets you take over things. It also lets you do fairly exotic things like turn into electricity, travel through wires. So how did the capture mechanic come about?
キャプチャーという仕様を作ったきっかけは何かありましたでしょうか。
そうですね、今作はものすごくいろんな試作っていうものを、してから作っています。
So when we were making this game, what we started out doing was making just a huge amount of different gameplay prototypes.
このキャプチャーというアクションもそのうちの一つです。
And this capture action was just one of those prototypes.
みんなでアイデアを出し合った中に出てきたんですけども、それをそうですね、2、3日ぐらいで作って遊んでみたらものすごく面白かったので、すぐゲームの中心に入れようと決めました。
So, it was just one of the ideas that came up, but we worked on it for 2 or 3 days, and it just instantly turned into something that was really fun, and we decided, well, okay, this should just be the center of this game.
I love how much it encourages that exploration and experimentation that I think the Mario games along these lines are so known for when you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Here we've got so much stuff that just looks interesting, and you're wondering, okay, what will happen if I throw my cap at it? You never really know what's going to happen, so you want to try everything just to see.
何でも試してみたくなる仕様ですね。どういう要素があって。
そうですね、いろんなものに帽子を投げたり試してもらえたらなと思ってます。
Yeah, I definitely hope people, while they're playing this game, they just throw their hat at everything and try all sorts of different things.
Whoops, that was a mistake. Right now, normally, if you were following the story path of the game, you'd be talking to Mayor Pauline, who wants you to recruit musicians. There's one there. But we're going to ignore that right now because there's lots and lots of things to do beyond following the main story of the game. Like possess rockets and turn into rockets
and why
with
wouldn't
mustaches.
You do that if you could? Actually, that's an interesting note there. So you mentioned Mayor Pauline, and I think our sharp-eyed viewers will have noticed that some of the street signs are references to some Donkey Kong characters. We've got some interesting red girders going on here. I wonder, Koizumi-san and Motokura-san, if you can tell us a little bit more about this city. It's got some interesting backstory.
やっぱりポリン市長がいて、ニュードンクシティという名前がついてると、もっと何かこの都市について説明していただけますか。
そうですね、名前もそうですし、ポリンってドンキーコングのキャラクターで何かのゲームに関係がありそうですけど、今日はちょっとあまり詳しく言えないんですけど。
So certainly you can tell that Pauline is from Donkey Kong, and the name New Donk City probably leads you to a couple of hints, but we can't get into too much of it today.
And I like the shirt you're wearing, by the way.
That is a snazzy
Good choice
shirt.
today.
お楽しみに。
So please look forward to hearing more about that.
I got to take the long way.
Oh, good luck. And this is interesting here where we see, really throughout New Donk City, and I think throughout the world, we've got these really fun playground elements where you're bouncing on things, you're jumping on things, you're swinging. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about how you came up with that kind of play mechanic in the game?
ぶら下がったりして、飛び跳ねたりして、いろんな、環境のものになんか反応させられるんですけど、どういうふうにそういうなんか遊び場っぽい雰囲気を出せるようになんか考え方ありますか？
はい、まずその施策っていうのでものすごくいっぱい遊びを作っています。それをこう配置してステージっていうものを作ります。まず
So, going back to that prototyping process I was talking about before, we obviously create lots and lots of different ones, lots and lots of different game ideas. And then next what we think about is where to place them within the stage.
そこにそのアートであるとか具体的なものを載せて遊んでみます。
So, we put it in the stage, we like combine it with different art assets, like kind of like real things to see what it might actually look like or work in game, and then try playing it.
そうするともっとこうしたいとかいろんな意見が出てくるので、それをさらにそこに上乗せして作っています。
And then, obviously out of that, like different things come up, like, oh, maybe we could do this a little bit differently, maybe this could actually work like this instead, and then we kind of add that to it, and the process just continues from there.
なので先ほどちょっと出たタクシーなんかをジャンプさせるのもスーパーマリオサンシャインでもちょっと似たような仕様があったので、そういうところからちょっとヒントを得ています。
And so, you saw before, we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in Super Mario Sunshine at times. So in that way, we're also getting hints from past games.
Can I quickly interject that so as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit these musicians. When I was first playing this game for a feedback report for the development team, I could not figure out how to get to this guy on the top of this building. You can just barely see him. He's a speck right now in that triangular building. And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really long fall.
I did that too.
And that worked.
Oh, I feel bad for his knees.
A bit to my surprise. And I wanted to know, when you saw that report from me, what was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing? What was that?
このマリオはNCR の報告書を書いていたときに、こういうふうにトランペットのバンドマンを到着できますよと書いてましたが、それを見てちょっと困っていたんでしょうか？
はい、それは読んだんですけれども、今日ここでプレイするとは思わなかったです。
Yeah, I did read that. I didn't know you were going to be playing that right now.
Troublemaker.
でもこう、
Well, I also know the real way. Or another way.
本当のやり方も分かってます。
でも自分でこういろんなプレイの仕方を探してもらえたらと思うんですけども、それもスーパーマリオ64やスーパーマリオサンシャインから続くものだと思います。
But you found your own way to play it, and letting users play around with the game and find their own ways of doing things. That's something that goes way back in 3D Mario, in Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine as well.
So this is actually one of the two kingdoms that's going to be playable on the show floor. The show floor, of course, isn't open yet, so we don't have folks playing the game at this moment, but I'm really looking forward to talking to folks after they've played it, because I think there's so many different ways to problem solve and find the moons in these kingdoms. I'm not even sure if folks will find everything over the course of the show, but it's going to be interesting to find out how different people approached completing some of these objectives.
But the game encourages so much experimentation because you aren't kicked out of the level every time you find a moon. There is no reason not to investigate every little thing you can see that might be interesting. There's no time limit. There's no disincentive. Just lots and lots of cool stuff. Whoa! Okay.
Yeah, that is a very interesting change that adds, I think, to the immersion in the kingdoms. When you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, whenever you got whatever the collectible objective was, depending on the game you were playing, you'd get bumped out of the area and you'd have to come back in. But here, since you're not going to get booted out of the kingdom when you collect a Power Moon, there's a lot of encouragement to just go check out that weird thing you saw on the horizon, because you can still continue with whatever your primary objective is. Oh no! But then, keep on tracking and finding moons.
Another reason to explore everything is that there's very little punishment for dying. I just lost 10 coins, and there's lots. So, and I get to try again right away.
ミスると10コインが取られますね。
Oh, good luck.
It's also worth mentioning that the bullet bills here are coming out with visors on, so they cannot be captured until you knock their hats off, because an enemy with a hat is the scariest thing in this game.
Fashion is very important in this game. You got to be conscious of your headwear. Oh, careful.
Ah. Oh, no. Well, apparently this is not my day for this challenge.
That's right. 3rd time's a charm, right?
Yeah. And if at first you don't succeed, give up on the 3rd attempt.
I'm just looking at the space where we saw other sections of New Dog City, and looking here, I'm I'm just so impressed with the texture work that's been done. And I feel like every time I see a new build of this game, more and more of these textures are just jumping out at me. It's really fun to see in person.
It is a gorgeous game, and we have some other segments later on in the stream that are going to highlight some especially pretty areas.
Oh, you got this.
Yeah.
And oh, while I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed. Yes.
Thank you.
One thing that we haven't mentioned yet that we probably should talk a little bit about is the fact that you're playing with Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached.
Yes.
And that's a really fantastic way to play this game. It, of course, supports Pro Controller and other controller options, but you can do so much with the motion controls, and throwing Cappy feels very intuitive.
Yeah. I'm going to switch to a different section of the game where I show the sand world, which is also playable on the show floor. So give me just a moment
Oh,
here.
no worries. But I do love that as you're experimenting, and I think we'll see folks doing that on the show floor here, so many of your gestures will affect how Cappy moves that while you're holding the Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached, you really want to just try moving your arms in different directions. Like, okay, I'm going to try throwing up, I'm going to throw down, throw out. But I was really impressed by how well that implementation was put into play. Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
So here we're in the Sand Kingdom, in the town of Tostarena. And they have a problem now because it's all frozen. Everything is cold for reasons, of course, that Mario will eventually solve.
Yeah, actually, if you hang still for a second, we can show his little idle animation when he's cold.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cute.
Oh, he's cold.
I love the locals here, too.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he really shivers.
Oh, poor Mario.
Yeah. So let's see here. One thing I did want to show off is, so as we mentioned, there's two kinds of coins in this game. And for I believe the first time in the mainline Mario series, you can actually buy things with your coins. And I wanted to ask the developers how that came up, that currency should be worth currency.
なんでコインで買い物できるようにしたいと思ったんでしょうか。
はい、今回はコインを本当にお金として扱おうと思いました。
So we wanted, coins to be used as coins in this game. Actually, use them as money.
外国に行った時にその国のお金ってすごいなんか印象に残ってないですか？
And I think you'll agree. If you go to a foreign land, one of the things that makes the biggest impression on you is the currency.
これ使えるのとか思ったりしないですか？
You kind of look at it and you think, wait, is this real? Can I use this?
今回はマリオもいろんな国を旅しますので、その国その国のコインというものを用意しています。
And since Mario is going around to all these different kingdoms in this game, we wanted to make sure that there was a currency for each one.
要素はコレクトするコインの要素になっていますので、集めたものでコスチュームを変えたり、お土産を買うことができます。
And they're collectible items, so you can use them to buy different outfits or buy souvenirs.
お土
Speaking
産
of,
お土産買うの楽しいですね。
Yeah, and it's always fun to buy souvenirs, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
And speaking of shopping, we are now in Crazy Cap.
So there's two kinds of coins, as we mentioned. The purple ones are unique to the local kingdom. The yellow ones can be used in any shop. I'm going to buy, because the guy at the door said maybe I should. I'm not living up to their dress code. Maybe I should buy some clothes to fit in better. I'm going to buy a local sombrero and poncho. And wait till you see how adorable Mario looks.
Being adorable. I just love the shopkeeper.
Yeah, and their huge stack of hats.
He's so cute.
And you can see some of the souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to decorate the inside of the ship.
Nice.
And now I'm rocking this look. And let's go try that door again. So my capabilities are the same. It's still Cappy, even though he's turned into a different kind of hat now. He can turn into any kind of headwear, apparently. Exotic superpower. And, all right. So I go over and talk to this guy.
Let's see if you meet the expectations now. Ooh, snappy and lively.
Snappy and lively. I think the hat is the one and the poncho is the other. All right. And this is, of course, what the goal I was working toward all this time.
I love all these little moments of surprise where you never really know what's going to happen when you
Why
get
did I
into
want to
these
get in this
spaces.
room? I don't know. I wanted to get in this room so I could play a guitar.
You want to get in because it's locked.
Yeah, exactly. So then we're going to move on to some more traditional 3D Mario gameplay over this direction.
Now that you are terribly well dressed, it's time to go do some exploring.
Yeah.
And
And
here's
Bowser's
a-
footprints, I must be on the right track. So notice that while using the motion controls, I can actually use the little homing function on the hat more easily. It is possible with the button controls only, but it's much more difficult.
All right, the classic Goomba.
Yeah. And let's just do a big one for that. And yeah.
And that's, I guess, something folks are probably noticing here. So you're not capturing those Goomba. It's not every single enemy that's capturable.
That's true.
You've got to find the special ones.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's having a good eye and just experimenting a lot with your cap.
I think they're a shade bigger, the ones you can capture, but I'm not positive about that. So
Nice.
bullet bills, of course, are useful because you can fly with them. And now I've got to very quickly capture my ride back.
And with bullet bills, you can only capture them for a limited amount of time because at some point they're just going to blow up.
Yeah.
So you have to be a little mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, you
when
only
you've
get
got
so
a
much
bullet
time
bill.
with the explosive guys. All right, and then almost to one of my favorite bits in this level.
Oh yeah, the next bit you're coming up to just
Yeah.
blew my mind the first time I saw it.
So
in a
this
while.
place has these murals that look like they're decorated in this cool old school aesthetic, and I'm just gonna go right on in. And I've still got my costume.
So, Koizumi-san and Motokura-san, I think we definitely need to hear a little bit more background about why you added this into the game because it's so cool, but it's so unexpected as well, I think.
なんでこのような 2D の8ビットマリオのところも入れたいと思ったんでしょうか。
3D の部分は気持ちよく探索できるように比較的おおらかに作っています。
So we wanted to make something that would be, sort of a contrast with the 3D stages that you're able to explore very freely in.
2D の部分はもう少し細かく緊張感のある構成になっています。
The 2D spaces are kind of more confined. They're more precise. It's more like kind of, sort of traditional platforming elements.
同じステージの中でもそういった違った遊びっていうのを入れたからです。
But also within the 2D stages, as you can see, we wanted to have a lot of different variety.
もちろん昔からのゲームが好きな人にも楽しんでもらえるビジュアルになっていると思います。
And of course, with the visuals, we're hoping it's something the people who enjoyed kind of those classic nostalgic games also get a kick out of as well.
So one thing I'd love to show off when we're getting out to toward the end of this space is just how much the music changes when we're transitioning back and forth. Because I
Yeah.
know we've been chatting, maybe it's hard for some folks to hear what's been going on here, but if we just pop in and out of that warp pipe, it's a pretty impressive transition when the music
It is.
changes.
But there's no warp pipe up here.
Just sort of jump
So-
off. No.
Yeah,
No,
but you
don't
can
go.
now see that it's more of a naturalistic instrument. So I'm going to skip ahead and show off the last part of this scenario. Okay, so for that, I will need these. Wrist straps, people. Always wrist straps.
Yes. All set to jump in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning too that we're only covering a tiny bit of what is in this kingdom. There's so much more to
there's-
do and explore.
There's just a ridiculous amount. All right, so here we are. This is much later in the level. I'm still got my snappy outfit though, and watch these bullet bills transition out of the 2D, and then I'm going to use one to break open this wall.
So another thing that's really handy about the bullet bills as a capture target that you'll see here, when you're trying to target for really precision flying, it's got a little bit of a headlamp. Oh no, you.
Oh, I'm doomed.
That's okay. But it's got a little bit of a headlamp, so you can kind of use
See where
that to
you're
line
pointing,
yourself
yeah.
up.
It's super handy.
That's okay, because we get to see this cute little 2D to 3D transition
I
again
love
with the
that.
bills.
It's so cool. All right.
All right, you got this.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
And with the bullet bills, you can also give yourself little speed bursts as well. Shaking the Joy-Con will let you go a little bit further. So it's worth experimenting once you get a feel for the timing of how long a bullet bill will last.
It's kind of like driving a car that doesn't have any brake pedal. You can go faster, you can steer, but that's all you can do. And all right, so up here we're about to confront one of the Brutals, and folks may have seen them in our original teaser trailer for this game. They are an evil wedding planning firm, and I'd love to hear more from the developers about how they came to be and what your favorite Brutal is.
ブライダルズという団体がこの結婚を企画しているグループらしいですけど、なんか一番気に入りのブライダルズは誰かいますか？
そうですね、彼らはクッパに、雇われてクッパの結婚式を成功させようとしています。
So they've, as you kind of said, they've been employed by Bowser. They're in charge of making sure his wedding goes off without a hitch.
なので結構仕事をきっちりするタイプですね。
They're very serious about their work.
Respect that.
Their work ethic is admirable.
休日ですね。
なので真ん中にいるちょっと背の低い同じような帽子をかぶったようなキャラクターがいるんですけれども、それがリーダーなので僕はそのトッパーというキャラクターがお気に入りです。
And my favorite is Topper, the kind of shorter one who has that green top hat.
Yeah,
on.
guy in green. Yeah.
Yeah, Topper.
How about you, Koizumi-san? Do you have a favorite?
小泉さんもなんかキリンの彼
あ、そうですね。ちょうど今出てるのハリエットっていうその可愛いウサギさんの、キャラクターなんですけど、なんか可愛い香りしてるのに結構凶暴なんで、そのコントラストがすごい面白いなと思ってます。
This is really good timing because the character I like the most is the one you're fighting right now, Harriet. She has this great contrast between her cute appearance and like how devilish she is. She's sort of like the tricky little sister of the group here.
Her attacks are really fun to watch as well, especially when she starts flying around.
And it's worth mentioning, you fight each of the Brutals a few times, but their tactics get more and more intense and dangerous.
But I'll be honest, having planned a wedding last year, I would take the help of evil wedding planner.
Yeah, I
Funny
mean, any
monsters.
evil help is better than no help.
And they're very dedicated to their work.
And they're willing to fight
care.
your enemies for you, and that's pretty great.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
ああ、かわいそう。
Sorry, Harriet.
Now she'll be back. All right, so that's a grand moon worth 3 power moons.
And there we see Cappy in his natural state as
Yep,
well.
there he is, celebrating with Mario.
Nice.
Nice. All right, so that's what we have for gameplay for right now. But
Yeah,
we did
we
have
can't
one
show too
more
much
little
else.
feature, I believe.
Yes, we've got some new goodies that have turned up here on stage with us. So these are the amiibo for the game. We've got Princess Peach, Bowser, and Mario in their wedding outfits. And I just need to ask you guys about the development process for these because the detail of the sculpting is incredible. It must have been a very interesting process getting these to the state they're in here.
このアミーバはすごいなんか細かい作り方になっているようですので、それについてちょっと説明していただけますか？
はい、ヒロインであるピーチ姫をより可愛く魅力的に作っています。
So first of all, we've got our heroine Peach, and we wanted to make sure that she just looked, absolutely stunning.
あとクッパとマリオもそのお相手であることに十分なビジュアルとしてデザインしています。
And then from there, we have Mario and Bowser as well, and we had to make sure that, in terms of visuals, they weren't going to lose out.
They gotta keep up.
Yeah, they got to keep up. Yeah.
あとこのポージングっていうのも今回のテーマに合わせて物語性を持たせているのが特徴になっています。
And another characteristic of these is that the posing is very kind of directly linked with the story and what's going to be happening in the game.
Yeah, Mario's got kind of a humble bow thing going, and Bowser's kind of looking like, I own the world.
And I think Bowser looks pretty dapper here, though.
Yeah.
But it is really amazing. And I don't know how close we can get the camera here. We got a better look here, but in person, the texture where some of them have almost like a pearlized kind of texture, and there's a lot of subtlety with the different kinds of fabric. You can really see a lot of nuance for these amiibo. I'm really looking forward to people seeing them in person.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
And I wonder, at this point, is there anything you'd like to share about the functionality of amiibo for our viewers?
そしてアミーボの機能性について何か説明していただけますか？
ですね、アミーボはコスチュームを手に入れることができたり、 あとはゲームの中でのお助け機能として活用することができます。
So you'll be able to use the amiibo to get different costumes within the game, and then they'll also have kind of an assist function.
And we do have existing amiibo that are supported as well. I think we'll be talking more about that at a later point. But I think that's all we're allowed to show for right now, unfortunately.
Right now. We'll be showing more of this game later on
Yes,
in
we'll
the
definitely do
stream,
that.
of course.
But Motokura-san and Koizumi-san, thank you again so much for joining us here and sharing some of the insight about the development process of the game.
今日来ていただきありがとうございました。
ありがとうござ
ありが
いました
とうございました。
Thank you very much.
And folks who are watching, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back in a few seconds here with our next segment, so please don't go anywhere.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse live at E3 2017. We're here to look at some more Super Mario Odyssey. I'm Rob here with Teresa and Sam, and we're going to show you a level that is not on the show floor. This is the Wooded Kingdom, home of the Steam Gardeners.
Yes, we are in a beautiful, beautiful wooded kingdom. And before we get into gameplay, I just want to kind of take this all in. This is a really pretty space.
I love the little shafts of light that come through.
And I hope this is coming through on the stream, but the ambient noise here is really nice. I've got the sound of wind going through the trees. I've got bird song. And I'm going to get into a lot of trouble here, but it's a nice place to get started. So I will kick it off and start running around here. So I can't say too much about how this kingdom fits into the rest of the game and the other kingdoms we've shown so far. But yeah, this is Treehouse Live exclusive content. We are not making this playable on the show floor, so this is just for you guys who are checking us out on stream. And I'm going to head down and chat to these fellas.
So yeah, these are the Steam Gardeners. They're the natives. Every kingdom has its own strange native creatures, and they're robot watering cans that take care of the flowers.
And I love their dialogue. Rotating out of control, due to anxiety. It seems like a good way to handle stress.
And it's all because of Bowser.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has taken their flowers. It's very sad. They worked very, very hard on them.
Rotten guy.
And what's good to know, though, is even though Bowser is causing lots of havoc, commerce is still alive and well. I've got a nice little crazy cap spot here.
Yeah.
And I know we did a little bit of shopping in the first segment, but I just want to visit these guys and see what they've got going on.
Yeah. And as we explained in that previous segment, there are two coins. He's explaining again. There's yellow coins, which are good everywhere, and purple coins that are unique to the individual kingdom.
So we got some goodies there. I like how direct they are, too. Spend money! Do it! And they look so cute with their little
Subtlety
hats.
is not their strong suit.
And these caught my eye. I think that since so much of this game is all about travel and exploration, having an explorer's outfit feels like a good way to go as we're getting in here. And I'm going to need 15 of the local currency
Yeah, especially
coins
with
to
all
buy
the
that.
green and stuff, you need an explorer outfit
Yeah.
to trek it.
Before I'm going to mess around with these guys a little bit first. So
Oh, look at Mario Jam.
Yeah.
you'll see I can change the music, and I got to get a look at this dude.
So happy.
He's just so happy. I love his dance. But all right, we'll get up some more trouble here.
Yeah.
Leave that alone. Nope. One more trouble looking now.
Just
I'm
destroying
sorry.
That guy
boxes.
worked hard to stack those, Sam.
He
Right?
really did.
Maybe his stock was there. You just ruined the shop.
Yeah.
Way to go, Sam.
I'm a
Trying to
monster.
smash and grab your Explorer clothes? Is that what's happening here?
I guess I'll earn them properly. I'll get the currency. So I got 2 there, and you see the regional currency here. These cute little gears. Hi, buddy. All right, I'm gonna leave you be. And this
And
is just
naturally, there's an
intriguing.
Egyptian Sphinx in the middle of the woods.
There's a lot of
Why
very
not?
Oh yeah, that
unusual
that doesn't
stuff
look
in this forest.
Conspicuous at all. In
It's
the
a
middle
strange
of a
place.
woods place.
There's
Yeah.
a few more coins over here.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. And now over by this water.
So you'll
If
notice
you
that
listen,
sorry,
there's frog noises.
frog noises?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
The ambient noise in this kingdom is just incredible. As you move around, you're going to start hearing different kinds of wildlife.
I love that. It's so relaxing. It's just so fitting in the setting.
I was just going to comment that every time you get one of those regional coins, it comes up with X of 100, and that's because there are exactly 100 in this kingdom, and they're all in specific places. So that this is an additional collectible along with power moons and a few other things that you can find throughout the game to keep you busy almost forever. This game is huge.
And that is a suspicious rock, but I'm going
That
to leave
is
it alone.
super suspicious.
So I love that this game is really taking so much of inspiration and so much of its DNA from Super Mario 64 and Sunshine. And 64 is, I think, straight up my favorite game in the Mario series. And any other folks watching who are also 64 fans, you'll remember the rabbit in the basement and how much that rabbit drove you nuts. So we have a bunny here, and if I can get close enough to take a peek, he is also wearing an adorable little hat.
Are you going to steal his
Fabulous.
hat?
I'm going to try to catch him. Come here, bud.
The important thing is that if he's
I
wearing a
want to
hat,
be
he can't be
friends.
captured.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
That went a lot better than I was expecting it to, frankly.
That's
that actually
fun.
worked well.
Pretty fast, yeah.
It's really a nice way to, I think, practice your targeting as you're dealing with Cappy, because his trajectory as he comes back to you shifts as you're running around. You'll notice here if I throw it out and then head this way, he's going to come back to me that way. So you can be pretty strategic about how you deal with his trajectory to get with some of those targets that are fast moving. And there's another look at my Odyssey ship. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, but I need more coins. I need to get going on this. And rolling is, I think, one of my favorite ways to get around in this
really
game.
enjoy this.
It's just so fun.
It's a quick way to get around places.
It's not something I can do in real life without getting super dizzy, so I might as well take advantage here.
Totally.
Where Mario's got the skills. Ooh. Little tunnel.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of
peek in
purple
here.
there.
All right,
You're
so
almost there.
8. I'm getting there. But I do love how much these spaces encourage just kind of free exploration. So if I wanted to, there is sort of an overarching mission that I could do here to progress the story and move along. And we'll be getting to that a little bit later. But if you just run A to B and try to focus on completing goals and you don't really dig into these spaces, you're missing so much of what this game has to offer.
There's
Ooh,
so
more
much
coins.
more. I'm sure I can't say the numbers on the number of moons you need to complete the game and the number of moons there are altogether, but it's a very large
There's a
difference.
lot.
I'll leave it at that.
Definitely a significant volume of collectibles, which is great for me because I'm a complete collectible junkie. I
Yeah,
find
same
everyone.
for me.
And let's
can
see.
we,
Ooh,
Sam? Can you show us the sky a little bit there?
I would love to show you the sky. Let me grab these coins. Ooh. 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 Oh, I missed.
Oh no,
I'm
are you
too
stuck
short.
down there now?
No, I'm not stuck. I'm just short.
Ah.
I can do this.
I know that feeling.
It's true. This is kind of like life.
No.
I'm just accepting the fact that I'm short.
Yeah.
So yeah, the sky here is very interesting. You'll notice.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi, like a holographic dome or something. I've apparently built by the robots. I want to know more.
I think this is something we're going to have to ping the devs about next time they're back on a
Yeah,
segment, because
yeah.
it is very curious. And if you look, it's very faint off there in the distance, but we've got these larger seams and also these little triangular panels.
Yeah.
It looks like a biosphere. It's Mario in his
pretty.
own TV show.
Mountains,
It
and I've
could
got
be. This is like the Mario show.
forest. It's a super pretty kingdom, and all of the kingdoms in this game are just so diverse as far as what you're going to see and find there. It's it really blew my mind the first time I played through different kingdoms and found out
Yeah.
what they were doing stylistically. I'm going to take a little slow wander here.
Well, and
Seems a little precarious, Sam.
Just a touch, but you can hear little footsteps in the grass. Oh, I got some coins. Some
All
coins
right.
to do this. Ah,
ah,
I regret my decisions and I made a mistake. Or did I?
oh,
Oh, there's a world underground.
So, if you want to find everything that's in this game and really dig into all the interesting little corners, you're going to have to be a bit of a daredevil at certain points and take some leaps of faith and try some stuff that maybe in a Mario game you would not think is terribly wise. But this is the Deep Wood, and it is creepy.
It
I
is.
love this space.
Mario's terrified. He does not want to be here at all.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him, buddy. Oh, sorry, buddy. Even Cappy looks startled. But that's okay. We won't leave him down here forever. But I just want to appreciate how this space looks. And here, the ambient noise, we're hearing a lot more insect calls, little crickety kind of noises as well. And there are a lot of goodies to be found down here. I don't want to show off too many of them because we want to hang on to some surprises.
yeah.
But there are some very cool things here. And I feel bad for these guys. I feel like they got the short end of the stick when it came to job assignments
Yeah,
for the
who-
Steam Gardeners.
Who did this guy annoy to get stuck with this job?
And you will be in the deep wood. where
Especially
it's
down here
dark.
where everybody else is up there.
Yeah, it's dark and cold, and
The
I also
walls are
wanted to
kind of
mention
moist.
this level is not playable on the show floor, but there is another area kind of like this in that you have to do something that seems to be lethal to get to the area in question. And I didn't actually know about it until Sam showed it to me while we were preparing for Treehouse Live.
Yeah,
Because Sam is more of a daredevil than I am.
I do a lot of very foolish things when I'm playing games, just to see what'll happen. You know, works out well in this game though. It definitely encourages experimentation, and this is actually kind of a neat spot here. So we've got super creepy dark forest. Everything's terrifying.
And
then
then
we have
a weirdly
happy little
cartoony tree.
This is a very happy little tree.
That tree definitely seems out of place from the rest of the trees.
If there's one thing this game has taught me is as soon as something's out of place,
You throw your hat at it.
mightiest capture.
Mario the
Target.
tree.
I am the most mighty of trees. And I can't do much, but I can do this.
The little
Scoop my
hopping
tree
motion
butt.
gets me every time.
So I'm the noise too. Just doing my little tree dance.
Basically what a tree would sound like if it was hopping, I'm pretty sure.
But what's nice is now I was able to uncover
Oh, nice.
another moon. So definitely when you're playing the game, and if you happen to be here at E3 and you're playing our levels on the show floor, just try throwing Cappy at everything. It's
Yeah.
so worthwhile. You never know what you're going to find. There's a lot of just fun capture targets, fun secrets.
Oh.
And they've really built the challenge here where I think whatever kind of player you are, you're going to find some stuff that really feels like it's, in your wheelhouse. It's the kind of stuff that you're comfortable doing. And then a lot of stuff that's going to take you out of your comfort zone. So maybe you're a precision jumper or you're the kind of person who likes more of the scavenger hunt style, or just finding these weird little spots in the world. It's very cool. And actually, before we head back up to the surface, there's one little friend I would like to introduce people to. I'll go nice and quietly so I don't startle him.
Yeah.
Is it a little friend or a big friend?
He's a pretty big friend. He's pretty fantastic.
I see a tail.
Hi, buddy.
Oh,
So if you
boy.
watched the video during the spotlight, you certainly saw the T-Rex, and here he is wearing a fantastic hat. He's super dapper. He's just taking a little nap.
That's a cowboy hat.
You didn't know you wanted to see a T-Rex sleeping in a cowboy hat until today, did you?
I feel bad for Mario. I'm doing this to him. Like, get a little closer. See the T-Rex.
Is that too close? Maybe a little too close.
You could
And-
fit like 3 of Mario in his mouth.
Oh,
And the T-Rex is actually snoring. He's got the cutest little snore as he's sleeping, so I'm not going to bug him and wake him up. I'm actually going to leave him in peace, but I did want to give folks a chance to actually see him in person because he's pretty fantastic.
I also love, though, I don't know if the people at home noticed, but there was like a little regular lizard, not a dinosaur, just a
Oh, yeah, let me
small,
see if I can find that guy.
maybe the size of Mario's hand, just running around. It has no game function. It's just there because it
Where'd he go?
adds this wonderful atmosphere to this place.
he's a little companion to the T-Rex that's just
Yeah.
sleeping out
Scampered
here.
off.
Sidekick.
Yeah, he might
And
have
there's like
scampered off
rats
the
in New
bush.
Donk City and all these little atmospheric animals.
The pigeons in New Donk City are amazing, too.
Yeah.
They have a lot of personality, as pigeons do. They're kind of fun to hang out with in the game. All right, so I've definitely got enough of these coins. I'm just going to grab some more because who doesn't want to grab coins?
Yeah.
And we've
It's
got a
pretty
nice
irresistible.
little river to splash through down here. And the work that's been done on the water effects, I think, is just fantastic.
It's
in this game. It
gorgeous.
looks and sounds very pretty as well, actually. Particularly here, playing with my headphones on, getting
Oh, there's the lizard.
Oh,
Come
there
here.
he is.
Oh, another one, too.
Lizard.
There's a couple lizards.
I'm in the lizard kingdom. Come here. Why won't you let me play with you? Oh well.
You're not wearing hats? How are you immune to this?
Oh, that's okay. They're really fast. I probably have to sneak up on them and take my time.
Too agile for Mario.
I gotta blend
Too
in,
bad.
be more like a lizard, earn their trust. But that's all right. Let me find one of our little buddies who had a seed. Here we go.
Yeah, there's the poor, unfortunate robot.
Hi. That's okay.
That's a big seed to go inside that robot.
Seriously. Where was he storing that?
Robot places.
I think it was actually in his head. So now he doesn't have the little piece on his head there. I think it just kind of popped out of his skull.
Are you saying you took his brain?
He's not talking anymore.
Maybe.
Oh boy.
No judgments. I needed the seed to get home. So I'm gonna tootle my way back over here. This is there we go. So this is one of the spots. And we passed by a few of these, but I'm gonna try this one out and see what happens. Oh,
Oh.
no, not quite close enough. Here we go.
There we go.
And
Up
up
we
it
go.
goes. So that's my pathway back up to the sunlit surface. And there's a lot of stuff here that I'm not going to show, but there's stuff down here. So when folks have a chance to get their hands on the final game, I highly recommend
Yeah.
visiting the Deepwood. It's a really cool spot.
Poke around in every nook and cranny, folks. You'll find something more often than not.
For sure. And so here we actually popped up on the other side of that ridge. So that is where I was coming down. And one of my favorite capture targets is over here. So I would like to introduce our viewers to this wonderful little critter.
Yeah.
This is an uproot. As I suppose you can tell, he's got little planty legs.
Yeah.
And he goes up. and then springs back down.
Yeah.
And let's actually take a better look at him.
And his
Hi.
flower pot counts as a hat.
So he is all kinds of adorable, all by himself, but...
He look better with a mustache.
He's trying so hard to get to you.
Look. He's glorious.
And now you've become one.
And his
Oh.
little hand leaves. I love the way he waves his little
He's
hand
just
leaves
so
around.
cute, and he's polished himself to a nice shine.
Yeah.
He takes care of
I
himself.
think he
but
waxes.
Yeah, with that little mustache.
He
He's,
is pretty shiny.
and his noise. Wait, listen to him walk. He's got the
Waddle,
cutest
waddle.
little squishy feet. So, all right, now I'll show off his ability. So, one of the things that's really cool in this game is all the different capture targets you get are going to give you access to different abilities. So here, I've got this nice springy jump. I can actually shake my Joy-Con to give myself a bit of extra boost. And so I can reach things that normally I wouldn't be able to. And a good chunk of the puzzle solving in this game is actually finding something weird, something maybe that you can't get to or you can't interact with, and then figuring out what in the world is going to let you interact with it. And a lot of times it'll be a capture target. And you have to find maybe the right item, the right enemy, and get it to where you need to be. And a lot of it's trial and error. You just kind of mess around, you make some new friends, take over their bodies.
And a lot of time the
Punches.
challenge will be, I see I need to bring this kind of enemy to this spot, but how on earth can I get an enemy, that can't jump, for example, to this place to use it?
And different capture targets, they'll have different advantages, but also some different weaknesses. So a lot of it's going to be kind of getting experience with these different enemies and finding out how they work to your advantage, and also how you have to be careful with them so you look after them if you're trying to get them from A to B. And yeah, he's just adorable. Look at his little legs. Okay, that's enough. I've appreciated my little friend and his cuteness, and I'm going to actually head back down this way because we have enough coins. We could actually go get that outfit. I'm going to leave you here, bud. Hi, and
Oh,
actually
he's
this is
so
kind of
dizzy.
interesting, so I'm just going to hang out with him. He's a little dizzy.
He's dizzy.
Feels a little funky.
Oh, and his poor eyes.
Had him bouncing around for a while, but if I hang out long enough, so what I can do, grab him again. So if I had to finish something up, maybe there was a task I had to complete as Mario, I could let go of my capture target, and while it's sitting there dizzy, I can get something else done and then recapture it. But if I leave him long enough, he's actually going to warp back to where he started. So he's okay. He's no the worse for wear. He's going to go home. Ooh, coins. Wait. Coins.
Oh.
Come
Whoa, that's a
here.
big stack of
Oh my
coins.
God.
Come here.
I didn't see where that came from. Where did that come from?
Oh, it went down somewhere I don't want to go. Shoot.
Oh.
I missed it. No, it bounced out of one of the bushes. But that is not something I want to show folks just yet, so I'm going to let that go. Whee! Splash.
Ooh,
And
nice.
also,
Oh, and he's wet.
Yeah,
Look
his,
at him coming
his
out of
water
the water.
texture looks so cool.
Oh man, the detail. That's so amazing. I love
He
it.
drips for a little bit as he's splashing around.
The
That's
detail
okay.
work in this game is just insane.
Hey, I'll tell you, every time I see a new ROM of this game, they've hit the textures up again and brushed them up, and it's always interesting firing up the new ROM and seeing what they've done. Spend money. I will spend money. I will
Now.
spend money on that. Thank you. And we showed changing in Crazy Cap in our last segment, so I'm actually going to hang on to these because there's another place that we can go to change, and I'd like to show that off. All right, buddy, thank you as well. Maybe later. Why, thank you. All right, so I have got my...
And you'll notice there's souvenirs for sale there as well that are specific. These are the Steam Gardens souvenirs that you can decorate the Odyssey with.
Oh, actually, and I'll point those out as well because we're actually going to take a peek inside. So here,
Oh, yeah.
I've got a sticker that would actually go on the outside, kind of like a bumper sticker for your car. I
Yeah.
could decorate my Odyssey, and then some souvenirs there. I won't scroll any farther, but there's goodies to be had in each of these kingdoms.
Yeah, I love that
New music.
customization. You could just pick and choose how you want
Yeah.
your Odyssey to look like.
I totally
Little
dig
dance moment.
this kingdom, so I'm going to get all of its stuff first. Yeah.
And rolling, because Mario has a very strong stomach and he does not get dizzy. And so this is the Odyssey, and we're actually going to take a look inside so we can show off what's going on in our ship. So this is the interior of the Odyssey. And you can see I've got some really interesting shelves up here. So I've got some spots I can put some things as I collect some new stuff. Got a nice little seat. I can just chill out and have a relax here by my coffee table if I want to. But I've also got this closet here. And I can change to my new outfit pieces here. So I'll hit the Explorer outfit.
Nice.
Looking
And there's even a mirror.
boss. Yes, I can actually see if I can get myself positioned right to get the angle. Where am I? Over here. Close. There's my hat. Okay, so I'm over here. There,
Oh, yeah,
we
there we
are.
go.
Hey.
Yeah, it's pointed toward the
Center of the room,
So I'm thinking Mario's looking good. I'm feeling Explorer appropriate now. So This might actually be a good time to visit that Sphinx and say hi. Maybe throw a couple rocks around for good measure. Hi, buddy. I'm going to leave him alone for now. That's all right. So let's head over here and pay this fellow a visit. Okay, so what did Bowser steal from this kingdom? Water, wood, flowers, or soil? Now, based on the conversation that we had with those steam gardeners earlier,
I'm going with flowers.
I think flowers are what got taken.
Yeah.
All right, so now I can head a little bit further into this area. Got some more local currency to grab. Always good to catch those. And these are actually fun too. We've got these little signposts. As you're playing through the game, you'll learn how to do different moves, get some different tips and tricks. So as you see these signposts, it's really worthwhile to take a look at those and see what they have to offer. And
Some of those are returning moves, like the backward somersault, but others are brand new or hat specific and that sort of thing.
So this is a very different spot. Got some really cool stuff going over here in the corner.
Wow.
But first, I've got this purple stuff. Now, you see I can splash it around with Cappy, which is good because if I actually come in contact, and I'll do it because I'm a foolish person. Ow!
Oh, yeah,
good.
that hurts.
So I have to be very careful of this purple business. And thankfully, Cappy's able to splash it away. And you'll see that there are actually some coins hidden under it. So I've run into this obstacle, but it's actually really in my best interest to try to deal with it. Because I'm going to find some more coins. And as I think with the rest of this game, you just never really know what's waiting for you in spots. So it's really worth checking every little corner. We got some nice views over here. Some more off into the woods and some other activity over there. But I'm going to head back this way. Get a bit more of that out here.
I love the surf guitar music here.
Yeah, the contrast from the very environment ambient noise that we
Yeah.
just came from. It kind
nice
of
little
matches.
butterflies.
Yeah, it kind of matches like the girders that kind of offstand from the rest of the environment. It just comes hand in hand, I guess.
I'm sure.
All right, so let's hit this checkpoint flag first, and then I've got the binoculars. So these are returning from previous Mario games. So I want to grab this guy. I can get a really nice look at what's coming up. So I can see the Brutals, it looks like, are hanging out up there.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of terrain up here.
Space, yeah.
And a lot of stuff I can see already that I'm not even close to touching on in this segment. But this is a really big kingdom, and there's a lot of interesting surprises there. We got another rocket ship like we saw in our first segment back in New Donk City. So just to give you a little bit of a sense of what's out here, and I can zoom in and out a little bit, get a closer look. There's another one of my little buddies. Hi,
Another
Uproot.
one.
Just putting around doing his thing. All right, so there I will pop out. And I've got some piranha plants up here. They're spitting that same purple goo, so I know I have to be careful with these guys. And this is actually a good chance to talk about the camera control as well. So just as I'm kind of getting the lay of the land before I head forward, this is all just really smooth movement that I'm able to do with my right stick. So I can get a really nice view. You'll notice there Mario goes a little translucent when I'm really close, so I'm not blocked as far as my view goes with what he's doing. And I can get a really nice view. And his idle animations are
Doing little
actually
stretching.
fantastic too. So it's kind of nice just to let Mario hang out for a minute as you're figuring out where you want to go next and just kind of watching what he gets to. He might actually take a nap here. See if he will.
Oh,
Maybe gonna get comfortable.
step one.
Gonna
sit
sleep.
down.
yeah.
So Mario talks in his sleep, and it is adorable. So if you have an opportunity, if you happen to be here and you are messing around with the show floor ROM, if you have a couple seconds to let Mario take a little nap, it's
Oh,
really cute.
Now you're all purple.
I am so purple, and I actually stay messy. All right, Cappy is taking one for the team there, and actually, the piranha plants are eating him. So here, no more spitting purple goo, and I can just give him a little punt.
I like that tag team work there.
Yeah, it's nice that Cappy's invincible. He takes a fair amount of punishment in this
Yeah.
game. So,
It's a hard life for a hat.
there we go.
Your iconic
All
question
right.
mark boxes.
So, I can hop up there, but I'm actually going to take a little stroll this way. And be very careful again of these. This grossness. Boom!
Feels good to just be able to kick over a piranha plant.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
that, piranha plant. I'm not that skinny kid from the beach anymore. Come here. I'll take this one out too. I want to get a little bit lower so I can get the right angle on him though, because Cappy is going to go kind of in a straight line. He's not going to go up or down when I'm using him this way. So I need to be very careful. I can certainly throw him, so if I swing my arms up, with the motion controls I get a nice forward throw. If I swing them down, I actually get a nice forward roll.
That's pretty
But
good.
when I toss him, it's really tossing on a level plane, so I need to be very careful of where I am in relation to where I'm throwing him to make sure that I'm actually making contact with what I'm going to make contact with. So, let's sneak over here. Don't want to leave any question blocks unsmashed. Yeah, the music here is really kind of nice and jazzy.
I gotta say, I really like this girder environment. It's bringing me back to the DK stages, and
Totally,
I
yeah.
absolutely love DK. So this is very nostalgic for me.
And I love the color contrast with, you've got the red metal and the green plants and everything. It's both a texture and a color contrast. It really looks fantastic.
Yeah. And you can tell this has been here a while because it has this growth on it.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on here with what looks like maybe steam coming out of those pipes as well. And I guess being the steam gardens, they are maybe using that in some way. Hi!
Oh, hello.
Yay! I'm just so happy. So good. Okay, enough of that. I swear, the first time I captured one of these guys, I just ran around giggling like an idiot for
Yeah,
a
Sam,
good
I've been
5
meaning to talk to you
minutes.
about your uproot problem.
It's you call it a problem, it's not a problem. It's a way of life. It's magic. And they make a cute little noise when they hit that top.
You guys are trying to one-up each other? Is that what's happening?
We're dancing. This is how they communicate. Maybe we're just kind of hanging out, but I don't want them to hurt me. So
It's like how
I will-
bees
They hurt
communicate
each
the
other
duplication of
instead.
flowers.
Oh, buddy. So this is an interesting, almost really a side-scrolling section where I need to use my uproots abilities. It's worth clearing out some other stuff here too, just to see what's maybe hidden away. Oh, hello.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Nice. Your fourth moon.
Yeah, and there's
Let's
that little
see some
counter
more.
on the upper left to tell you how many moons you've gotten. And the first time you arrive in a kingdom, there's a number of moons you need in order to get to the next kingdom. And it'll show up as little outlines. This particular ROM, because it's for Treehouse Live only, it doesn't show that because we're not trying to get to the next kingdom. But
Now we're
Yeah, it
going to
helps to
show
keep
little bits and pieces here, but there's certainly a lot more going on in these kingdoms that we've got here.
yeah,
And the beautiful reflection texture on these girders too.
Hey,
Steam
you're right.
gardeners look after their place. They keep
they
it
really
very
do.
tidy.
They're hard workers.
All right, so I've got some more coins there. And here, I'm actually going to pop this up to the top and try to
It's coming for you.
pop over this guy. Come here. Come on. Come over this way. There we go. I'll lure you away. And now
You going for your pacifist run, Sam?
here we go. Oh, I don't want to hurt these little guys. They're too precious. They just want to do their thing. Maybe have some sun and some fertilizer. All right, so we've got some coins up here. Certainly don't want to miss those. And we're getting very close to our objective, so this is the next spot.
And these little checkpoint flags
There we
mean you
go.
can warp there in the future, which is
I'll actually let my little buddy
super handy when you're going
rest here.
back later for completion goals and such.
So he's dizzy, and just looking back, so it's worth it, I think, as you're progressing through these kingdoms, every once in a while to stop and take a look backwards, because you're going to see some things that you maybe didn't notice, didn't realize were there. So there, for example, I've got some regional coins that I didn't hit on this run, but looking at them from this direction, I can see, oh, there's something there. There's some other interesting stuff going on in that corner, too, so it's certainly worthwhile, backtracking
Yeah.
and taking another look at spaces, and there's a whole bunch of stuff over here.
Sure,
that I did
especially
not
when
have a
you're a
chance to hit.
completionist and you want to get every single moon and every single item that's the world
Yeah.
has to offer.
Oh, yeah, and this game will keep a completionist busy for a good long while.
Yeah. There's so much stuff to find here. Oh, so here we go. That little Pronopon actually made the mistake of chomping onto that rock I threw over.
Oh,
But I will leave him to rest now. All right, I'm ready. Boom!
Nicely done.
I'm going to clear out some more of this because I want to make sure if there's any goodies under here, any hidden coins. I want to find these, and there we go. The cap spin is really handy in that spot.
Yeah.
That looks
And-
really good too when you execute it.
Yeah, the cap spin's a great move for clearing territory around you. If you've got a lot of enemies nearby, or maybe you have, like in this case, a lot of this toxic liquid nearby as well. It gives you a really good kind of circle of protection around you. And it can be actually helpful for some boss fights as well, just to give yourself a little bit of a perimeter of safety. Your turn, buddy. I'm sorry. You gotta go. And here,
Oh, it's a big
we've
one.
got an impressive big piranha plant going on. If we take a look closer up here, I might actually see. Oh,
there's the
Oh,
brutal
you're getting
ship.
close to them.
they're our friends.
The HMS Brutal.
Beautiful, beautiful wedding planners.
They live
All
up
right.
to their name.
They're
pretty
brutal.
brutal.
They are brutal as well as being, bridal.
Well, it's a hard job, you know, and
Yeah.
it's a cutthroat business. Gotta make yourself stand out. And maybe being willing to take on all challenges and fight people is how they make their wedding planning furniture stand out.
If you have enemies intent on stopping your wedding, these are the folks to hire.
Yes, good to note. So there. Oh, the rock. It's not
All
tasty.
right.
I'm sorry, buddy. Oh, I know that didn't taste good at all.
Okay.
I want to get you though. All right, almost there.
Sam, we're just about out
Bam.
of time here, Sam. Perfect timing.
Done.
Yeah, well done.
So that was the Wooded Kingdom, which is our Treehouse Live exclusive area for E3, and hope folks enjoyed taking a look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for showing it.
No worries.
to us, Sam.
Welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live at E3. I'm Rob, here with my colleagues Sam and other Rob and Scott, and also joined by the game's developer Motokura-san and Koizumi-san, the producer. We're talking about Mario Odyssey again. I guess that should be obvious from the big board. And I had a little trouble playing and talking yesterday, so Motokura-san has graciously offered to show me how it's done.
じゃあ、この砂の、シナリオ2という夜のシナリオをやってみましょう。
All right, let's take a look at the Sand Kingdom at night here.
カメラをこうぐるっと見回して、
So let's take a
遠
good look
くに
around.
ちょっとオアシスが見えますね。
Oh, and then there's an oasis there in the distance.
でちょっと街まで行ってみましょう。
Let's go into town.
幅跳びをしたり、こうちょっとこうダイブをしたり、いろんな
Doing
ア
long
クションが
jumps,
楽しめます
dives, lots of different actions.
ちょっと噴水も凍ったりとかしてマリオも寒そうですね
So as you can see, the whole town's frozen, and Mario is shivering himself.
It's worth mentioning that there are costumes in the game that will make Mario not shiver in the cold because they're warm enough.
ここに種があるんですけれども
So I've got a seed here.
種を持ってるときはマリオは帽子を投げられませんこう
But
種
while,
を投げてしまうので
while you're holding the seed, you can't throw your hat.
じゃあ種を植木鉢に
Okay.
植えます
Let's try planting it in this pot.
芽が出ました
All right, we've got a bud there.
That seems like the thing to do.
他にもなんかこう種がありそうな場所ってなんかないでしょうか
So you think there's somewhere else there might be a seed?
Well, seeing the two pots, there must be two other seeds hidden somewhere nearby, I'd assume. And actually, the oasis might not be a bad place to check because there are things growing there. Maybe
Yeah.
something dropped a seed.
Seeds come from plants.
Oh, oasis in the Odysseyですね。
そうですよねでは行ってみましょう
That's right. Let's head there.
おっ
Oh, careful.
夜の砂漠はやっぱり危険ですからね
Yeah,
こんなに
deserts are dangerous at night.
Yeah, these guys can really catch up on you because they just swarm. And if you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, you could actually have quite a collection of them sneaking up behind you before you even realize it.
Yeah.
You might hear the noise, but if you're focused on something else, you might not catch it.
And they just never stop.
Oh, I
こ
love
れ
this
は
one.
何でしょうか
What's this?
Oh no.
Poor Lakita was just fishing and he got trapped in the ice.
Wrong place, wrong time.
寒そうですね
He looks pretty cold.
ちょっと種を探してみましょう
Okay, let's see if we can find a seed.
種は
Seed.
ないですね
Can't see one.
I wonder if we could take a step on that ice for a moment, though, just to appreciate how it looks with the. There's some stuff embedded in there as well.
ちょっと氷の上に踏み入ってみます何か
滑りますね
I love the
Oh, yeah,
noise
you
as
slide.
well.
この中にもここの国のコインが埋まってるんですけれども凍ってるので取れません
And as you can see, there's some local coins in there, but with the water frozen, can't get to them right now.
Hey, this came up yesterday. Are the coins here upside down triangles because of the inverted pyramid?
ここのコインがトライアングルになっている何か訳がありますか？フィルトもあると思いますがいかがでしょうか？
そうですね、この国の何でしょうか、もしかしたらあれがモチーフになってるかもしれません。
Yeah, it's probably based off that. As you can see there, the inverted pyramid. It's probably based off that motif.
And something cool on top of that tree there.
じゃあこのアイテムを取ってみましょう。
So let's try getting this item. Oh,
これはですね、
Oh, careful.
Oh yeah, there's super delicate to walk on.
時間内に取らないといけない
so you gotta get them all within the time limit, or
Ah.
oh.
So close.
まあ中にはこういったちょっと難しいまあ遊びっていうのもあるんですけれども、
So there'll be some kind of difficult gameplay elements sometimes like that.
ここでご紹介したいちょっとモードがありまして、任天堂スイッチといえば、とあるモードが、やると、まあ遊びがより広がります。
But since that was kind of hard, well, there's actually a special mode we can do on the Nintendo Switch, which might make it a bit easier. So maybe we'll try that right now.
Sounds great.
はい。
いい
じゃあ
アイデアですね。
これでお裾分けを。
はい
Thank you.
Time to share the joy.
All right. Oh, does this mean I get to wear the extra hat?
あ、じゃあサムも
ごめんなさい。
帽子をかぶります。
Nice.
OK。
Perfect. Thank you. So, can I throw the extra hat on now?
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, I've had my eye on these. They look so cool. All right. I'm gonna get dressed for business here.
Nice.
Ready. Ready to say peach.
So what inspired you to add 2 players simultaneous to this game, Motokura-san?
なんで同時で2プレイヤーでできるようにしたいと思われたんでしょうか。
そうですね、任天堂スイッチのコントローラーをうまく使って2人で協力するプレイっていうのを、目指しました。
So we wanted to, have this co-op mode that would make good use of the Nintendo Switch controllers, since it comes with 2 of them.
And actually, if we hop back down to the ground for a moment before we try the music puzzle, I just want to talk for a second about the motion control.
あ、ちょっとやってみる前にモーションコントロールについて話したいんですけど。
はい、じゃあちょっと下降りましょうか。
Perfect.
よいしょ。
So if we stay still here, folks will see the guide on the screen here. So our controls are quite different. So right now, I'm controlling Cappy, and
ちょっと
Motokura-san's
その
controlling
コ
Mario.
ントロールの説明が出るように。
Pop those up
きっ
here.
と
Ah, there we go. So you can see here, our controls are quite different, and we all have quite a range of movement. So Mario's got his traditional running and jumping abilities. He also has the ability to control the camera. He can't throw me without doing something special, which I'm not sure we're going to show here. But I have the ability to move Cappy and also look around and use the camera. And here I have full range of movement. I can just fly wherever my little hattie heart desires. And I think maybe get Cappy very dizzy. All right, should we try that puzzle again? What
じゃあやってみますか。
じゃあ先ほど失敗した音符のオブジェクトに挑戦してみましょう。
All right, yeah, let's take a little look at that music note challenge that didn't work too well before.
So I wonder, while we're giving this a go, I don't know that a hat has ever been a player character before. How was it for you designing the control scheme for the hat?
よいしょ。
Oh, let's do it. Whoop, whoop. Okay, almost got him. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, no closer. Oh, I'm too low.
あ
I'm
もっ
too
と
low.
近づけないと。
Oh!
Yes.
Just barely under the wire.
Oh, that's good. All right.
ギリギリ
But one thing that's kind of different about Cappy here, he can't actually collect the moon. I can just bounce around it, so Mario has to be there to finish the job.
じゃあちょっとここには種がなかったみたいなんで他のところに移動します。
So it looks like there wasn't a seed here after all, so maybe we'll go try out another location.
So one thing that's handy about Cappy here, he's invincible, so I can actually protect Mario as he's running around pretty nicely. As long as I'm feeling generous. I don't fly off in the distance.
まあキャピは無敵ですから、なんかマリオを防衛できますね。
ちょっと先の敵が出てきましたね。
Oh, and there, here's those enemies from before.
You stay away from Mario. No. Leave him alone. Nope. And this is actually a really great way for just to play with maybe a friend who's not sure they want to try the full game yet. You say, hey, try being Cappy for a bit and then decide if you want to be Mario.
やっぱり帽子のキャラクターが敵に
Oh
なってい
no.
て、
Come here, you guys.
ゲームに慣れてない友達と一緒に遊びたいと思ってれば、ちょうどぴったりやってますね。
そうですね。もともとキャッピーマリオが一人の時の無敵なので、 ちょうどバランスがいいんじゃないかなと思ってこうしました。
Yeah, that was certainly intentional on our part. You know, when you throw Cappy, he's invincible, and so we thought that would be a really good opportunity for people who aren't used to games to be able to play with someone else who's a little more advanced, knowing they won't get hurt. It's easier for them to give it a try.
And here we see that Cappy is the solution to the can't throw your hat while holding a seed problem. Seems like you spent a lot of time coming up with good ways to have teamwork in the game. How was the development process for that like?
またいろいろとチームワークできそうですけど、開発の流れでなんか面白い発見がありましたでしょうか。
まずこれを採用する流れなんですけど、最初に、まずマリオのアクションを作ったんですけど、それを帽子にしようということで、その帽子を投げるオブジェクトの方に、キャラクターをつけていく順番で決まっていきました。で、そうなってくるんだったらもうこの人もう一個のコントローラーで操作できた方がいいだろうっていうふうなプロセスで決まっていました。
Yeah, it was a real natural evolution for us in the course of development because we knew that we wanted Mario to be able to throw something, and then we thought, well, he's always wearing a hat, so if he just throws his hat, that would be great. And once we got to that point, realized that people could have more of an emotional attachment if it was also a character. And then, once we realized it was a character, he should be able to move around himself, and so the multiplayer element really just fell into place.
Makes perfect sense.
It is really fun just flying around as a magic, all-powerful, invincible hat. I'm sorry. It's so fun to poke these guys.
You're really mean to them, though.
It just looks so cute when their skull spins around. And we noticed there, too, that the seed that we planted at the beginning of the segment has grown quite a bit as well, so it might be worth coming back to that. Maybe not now, but later.
じゃあ無事に種を植えることができたので、ちょっと行きたい場所があるのでそちらに行きましょう。
So since we're able to play bury that second seed now, there's another place I'd like to check out. So we're gonna hop on this Jaxi.
I love riding the Jaxi. It's so fun. Just so fast and so dangerous. And of course, I can still fly away, but I think I'm gonna sit tight.
Yeah.
So I don't get lost.
昨日のツリーハウスライブでも出てたと思います。
So I think you saw this on Treehouse Live yesterday as well.
So I know, Motokura-san, one thing that you mentioned, I think maybe in an interview earlier, was that some of the world here was inspired by a trip you took to Mexico.
でさっきの取材で本倉さんがメキシコに行った旅のきっかけがあって、メキシコの国を作りたいというコメントがありましたけど、
はい、そうですね。すごいいろんな魅力的なところであったり、マリオのアクションに活かせそうなところがたくさんありましたので、ぜひ作りたいと思いました。
Yeah, there were just so many like different, wonderful, and charming places there, and so many places that seemed like they'd be great opportunities for Mario-type actions to be used.
Oh, and we're slippery here. I don't have to worry about that because I don't have feet, but Mario's definitely got a problem.
One of the things I found fascinating about this game is that when I'm playing in this area, I wish for there were Goombas, because Goomba's feet don't slip, and so here I am wishing for an enemy to use as a power-up.
Oh, careful. All right, so we took a little look up above us earlier, and there's some goodies pretty high. Oh, careful. There we go. Nice. Let's see here. Come back from jumping. And what's nice as well, since both of us have camera control, if one of us is doing a particularly complicated either series of jumps, or in Cappy's case, maybe trying to collect something really fast, if your partner is feeling generous, they can actually adjust the camera for you, so you don't even have to worry about that, and they'll just get a good angle for you to see. But teamwork's certainly important. You don't want to be fighting over the camera.
No.
Almost. But here, this angle looks good, so I'm not gonna mess with it.
Nice.
Almost. Nice. So if we take a look over here,
Oh, look at all those.
じゃあそこをちょっと挑戦してみたいと思います。
Definitely want to try and get over there.
okay, so I'm gonna get myself in position here. Let me know if I need to adjust though.
もうちょっと奥がいいですかね。
Maybe just a little further.
大丈夫。
That's good. That's good.
That looks really far.
Good luck.
よし
Yes!
Oh.
Teamwork.
These stacks of coins are really satisfying.
Yeah.
We can die a whole bunch now and not worry about it.
Now, for the record, that would be possible in single player, but it's much easier in two player with a cooperative friend.
Definitely harder. All right, so there we're
じゃあこれ
a
で
look ahead.
ですかね、森のステージに行きましょうか。
So, should we head to the wooded stage, maybe?
Oh, sure,
Here?
absolutely. Let's swap systems really quick. I'll return this to
じゃ
you.
あ、そうしましょう。
And there's some things in the Wooded Kingdom that we definitely wanted to get your guys' input and insight on because there's some interesting stuff going on in the Wooded Kingdom.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get set up here. So we should be able to swap the feed over to the Wooded Kingdom, and we can hop into some gameplay there again. All right, here we go. So we are back in the Wooded Kingdom here. And one thing I think we definitely need to talk about with you guys is that T-Rex that we saw down in the deep wood. Can you tell us a little bit more about the inspiration for adding a T-Rex and tell our viewers a bit more about, what came into bringing things like that into a Mario game?
深い森には恐竜もいると思いますが、なんで恐竜をマリオのゲームに入れたいと思ったんでしょうか。
今回のゲームのテーマが驚きなので、スーパーマリオワールドの恐竜ランドとはちょっと違ったデザインというのにチャレンジしています。
So, the theme of this game is obviously surprises. So, previously in Super Mario World, we had, Dino Island, Dino Land. But we wanted to try for this game, kind of a different design of dinosaur, something we hadn't seen in a Mario game before.
きっとこの地球上にもまだ恐竜が住んでいるところとか、まだ僕らが見たことないようなところっていうのがまだまだ残ってるんじゃないかなと思います。
And I think maybe there are places on Earth where dinosaurs still exist, and maybe we just haven't found them yet.
I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed because if it's a dinosaur, after playing this game, I want to put a hat on it and then take it for a little ride. We can be friends.
Now, I've been curious for months about the sky here. Can you tell me about why we have it's this huge sort of sci-fi looking sky? Are those real mountains on the other side of it? Where are we? And what's going on here?
それらもちょっと怪しいですけど、サイファイっぽいドームのような形になっていますが、どうでしょうか。
はい。ここの国は巨大な温室で覆われています。結婚式で使う花っていうのを、育てているところなんです。
So this kingdom here, this land here is actually basically a giant greenhouse, and it's where the flowers that will ultimately be used in the wedding ceremony are being raised.
で細かくはお伝えできないんですけれども、いろんな国にまだそういった結婚式で使うものっていうものが関係するものが出てきます。
And I can't go into too many details, but basically every kingdom will have something within it that will be related to the wedding and some connection to that.
At least I guess it's nice that Bowser's pulling out all the stops, sparing no expense. So I'm going to hop up this way. And one thing that we haven't really shown, I think we've shown a little bit in some of our earlier demos, but swimming we haven't really shown in too much detail. And there's a spot here where I can take a nice swim, but there's also another spot I want to visit, a different kind of environmental texture that I'm very excited about. I want to roll down, but I'm scared.
Don't fall.
There we go. See, Daredevil's fun sometimes. Just see if you can do it. Come here, buddy. I gotta get my favorite again. Oh, no, come here, bud. Yes.
You always hurt the ones you love.
Sorry, I think this is one of my favorite capture targets. I love the uproots. So I'm gonna take him for a stroll. So we're actually gonna head down this way. And I guess I want to keep this guy, but I also want to be safe, so I'm going to leave him here for now and head off to this little corner here. And we've got another little friend to meet.
Fire, bro. I love this fire.
Yeah, I know with the different environmental animations that you brought in and the different textures with a lot of very realistic fire and water, and just I think looking at the aesthetics overall of this series, can you tell us a little bit more about the kind of overall art direction concept that you guys had as you're working on this game?
火のエフェクトも結構うまくできてると思いますし、水もちょっと気になってますので、全体的にアートスタイルについて何かコメントいただけますか。
はい。今回はキノコ王国っていうのを飛び出してマリオがいろんな国を冒険しますので、自分たちが実際外国に行った時に感じるなんていうんですかね、ドキドキする違和感というものを表現しようとしています。
So, since this is a game about Mario going on a big adventure and leaving the Mushroom Kingdom, we wanted to basically create a world that would bring out the same kind of emotions that, you normally have when you visit a foreign land, that kind of feeling of, things being kind of different, but it's very, very exciting.
アートディレクターと日々相談しながら、どれぐらいの、なんでしょう、アートの幅を 持たせたら良いかと
わあ
か、ゲーム全体で
Fire
バランスを取ったらいいかということを話しています。
So, there's been a lot of day-to-day discussion with the art director, like, how far should we go? How different should it look from the Mushroom Kingdom? And, we focused a lot on getting that balance right.
On the topic of looks, this guy looks fantastic. He really takes care of himself too. That shell is
So shiny.
so shiny. And I do love that these guys just have this cute little hop. They don't even walk.
Yeah.
They just bounce it on.
Well, which is true to the series. The Hammer brothers and cousins are always sort of hopping around.
I love it. It's not even just an act. They just do it because they love it. So I'm actually going to leave him here because I want to operate this switch. And much as it's fun throwing fireballs around, it's not really helping me in this case. So I'm going to leave him here. Get the switch here. And as you showed in an earlier segment, what I can actually do is grab my capture target back. He was just kind of sitting there recovering for a bit. So now that I've done what I need to do, I can hop my merry way this way. And this is actually a really nice high vantage point where we can take another look at where we were in our second segment.
And there's the brutal ship up there,
With all those
hovering menacingly.
piranha plants giving me problems. But there's a little ridge over here, and for this I'm going to want to grab that uproot. Hi, buddy, I didn't forget you. Oh, I'm back with my uproot family here. So we're going to do a little bit of careful platforming here. And this is definitely another case where you need the right capture target to complete a little puzzle. And yeah, he's up there. Got another one. Plants and fire don't mix. No, leave me alone. Please leave me alone. So
Did you bring an uproot to a Fire Brothers fight?
I did, but that's okay. He's a little boss and he's gonna make it work. Here we go. So one thing I think that's really fascinating about this game, coming back to the kind of sandbox style that we had in 64 and Sunshine, is you guys had to create these really big, complex spaces that were densely packed with content and make sure that it all found fun and nothing felt kind of extraneous. Could you tell us a little bit about the process of developing spaces like that so that they're really fun and they work?
またスーパーマリオ64やスーパーマリオサンシャインの
Oh
箱
no,
庭スタイルに
Fire,
戻って
Why
そういう
Fire?
ゲームの要素は密度高く楽しくできるような空間を作らなきゃいけないと思うんですが、どういうふうにそういうような空間を作るんでしょうか。
はい。そのなんだろう、遊びっていうものを常々たくさん試作していて、その遊びを、並べてステージっていうのを作る。それを作ったものを遊んで面白いものをまた載せていくっていうのが基本になっています。
So kind of the basic way we do it is we create lots of different prototypes of different gameplay ideas. We put them in a stage. We play through it to find which is fun, and then we just kind of go from there, building on the ones that seem fun.
でここの国の特徴はその作っていく中で予想外の場所であるとか想定していなかったような通路とかができたのでそれをなるべく生かすような、形にしています。
And so, one thing with this kingdom is we ended up creating a lot of different, pathways and different ways you could go that were in pretty unexpected places. And so we tried to emphasize that with everything we did when creating this stage.
On the subject of other pathways, in case anybody missed our second segment, just want to hop into these binoculars again to give a look at how much is here that we haven't seen. And really, it's hard to truly emphasize how much what we're showing here at E3 and on Treehouse Live is only a small portion, even within these kingdoms,
Narrow
of
sliver,
how
yeah.
much there is to do. And right now, I'm seeing some other spaces. I'm really only seeing a corner of the other spaces here. There's a lot more to get up to in this kingdom, but nothing I'm allowed to show right now. There's only one more thing that I can bounce over to in this space, and that is taking a look at some of the water. So I'm gonna head down this way, get a couple more coins, and this little pond. Get them all! There we go.
And can you catch some of the fish on
Yeah,
the
let
screen?
me see those guys. So,
I love there's realistic fish here in a world that also has cheeps and stuff.
yeah, I feel like this might have been really confusing for Mario when he saw these things. Like, you're not red, you're not shaped like beach balls.
Do you
What
even
are
have
you?
eyes?
But I know the first time I came in here and was just swimming around and following this school of fish, I was so distracted by the space that I almost let Mario drown. I wonder, can you tell us a little bit more about the design work that went into things here, like, say, the water effects in the game?
このような綺麗な水を作るにはどういうような考え方だったでしょうか。
はい、いつもそのプレイヤーが、プレイヤーの性能っていうのにこだわって作っています。
So the main thing we focus on is the ability of the player when we're creating different environmental elements.
今回はそのプレイヤーが取り巻く環境、砂のところでちょっと汚れたりであるとか、毒に触ると汚れたりとか、プレイヤーの周りのものに対してもこだわって作っています。
And we want to make sure that there's also, the things in the environment will affect the player, like the sand in the Sand Kingdom can get on Mario, and then obviously in the water you can get wet.
水もマリオが気持ちよく動いて、そこに反応するっていうすごいいい例だと思います。
And I think especially the responsiveness you can feel from the water as you swim from it is a very good example of creating that very kind of intuitive interaction between the player and the environment.
毎日良くなってるので、多分今日も良くなってると思います。
And I think that's actually something that gets a bit better every day. It's probably even better than it was yesterday in the game.
Yeah, it's really impressed me watching as new builds come in from you guys, just how much love is really going into all the little details of this game and really bringing the environments to life. So I think I hope folks are really excited to see them when you guys have finished all the development work.
Absolutely.
All right, now I'm going to actually hop into this warp pipe that's been teasing us over here. And this space as well, it's really interesting because it's partly swimming, it's a side-scrolling with the fuzzies and...
Oh, those fuzzies.
Also my oxygen level.
Yeah.
But it's almost like there's a little bit of a curve to the water on the front edge. All right. There we go. Just gonna stay here. I do love too the kind of water effect on Mario's outfit after he's gotten into the water. Okay.
Yeah. So slick.
Look at these guys. Okay, Fuzzies, I need you to go. Wait for the next cycle. Okay.
Go.
Up. There we go. Okay. I need you guys to go. Oh, I missed it. I'm hurting. Okay.
No!
No, it's a little too high. All right, let's give that another go. All right. Good there. Don't want those coins though.
Well, since this is our last Mario Odyssey segment for Treehouse Live this year, I'd like to just ask if Motokura-san and Koizumi-san, if you had any final comments for our viewers while Sam is playing through this segment. Any last words?
これで E3 の最後のトリハウスライブのオディシーのセグメントになりますが、何か最後に小泉さん、本倉さんから何かコメントありますでしょうか。
本倉さん。
はい、じゃあ僕から。
Here we go.
All right, I'll start.
今回お見せできたものっていうのはすごいごく一部なんですけれども、まだまだ驚きというものがたくさんありますので、今作の帽子を投げて敵や物を操っていろんなところを探索、地球を冒険探索していただければなと思います。
I want to say that what we've been able to show you this time is just it's a very small portion of the game, and there's so many more surprises waiting for you, so many more places you'll be able to go and explore, so many more things you'll be able to throw your head at and control. So I hope people really enjoy that when it comes out.
Nice. Well done, Sam.
All right.
はい、
Get out of here.
E3 の3日間で一番実はお伝えしたかったのはこれだったんですけども、Nintendo Switch のいつでもどこでも誰とでもの3つが揃ってる新しい新作マリオですので、驚きを探した新しいマリオの旅に皆さん楽しみにしてください。
So what I've really been trying to get across these 3 days at E3 here is that Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch is a game that you can play anytime, anywhere, with anyone, and I hope everyone enjoys looking for all of the discovery and surprise that the game has to offer.
Thank you so much. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you. It really has.
Just gonna hang out with my little buddy here.
All right.
And relax.
And I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for this segment.
So cool. So, okay, that was Super Mario Odyssey, and I'm Sam from the Treehouse, joined by my colleagues Nate and Raymond. And our special guest for the segment, Miyamoto-san, is here to join us and talk to us a little bit more about the development of this game. Thanks so much for sticking with us for another segment here to give our viewers a little bit of a look into this game. So, looking at the trailer, there's a lot that I'm sure our viewers are unpacking right now that's packed in there. But one of the things that we touched on during last night's presentation was that we're really kind of coming home to that Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine style of gameplay. Would you be able to tell our viewers a little bit more about that and the decision to head back that way?
そうですね。スーパーマリオってもう30年以上作ってきてるんですけども、いつもこうちょっとずつファンの人たちがもっと遊びたいって作ると難しくなる。難しくなるので、またちょっとカジュアルなプレイヤーにも遊んでもらえるように優しい部分を作るって、こういろんな繰り返しをしてきたんですね。
So we've been making Mario games for about 30 years, over 30 years, and through that process, we've made changes to the games, and some games tended to be a little bit harder and a little bit harder to play, but then so we teeter back to make it accessible to all kinds of gamers, and then we go back the other way, and it's been kind of like a give and take in that way.
で特に僕らが考えるのはスーパーマリオ64の時に小泉さんと作って、やっぱりこうコアな人は面白いけどカジュアルな人には難しいゲームになったねっていうので、それでこうサンシャインを作った後ぐらいにもう一度誰でも遊べる 3D ゲームにしようというのでギャラクシーのシリーズを作ったんですね。
So when we first made Mario 64, I was working with Mr. Koizumi, and we had it was a 3D Mario game, but we realized that the game may be a little bit more towards the core gamer and not for the casual gamer. And so after developing Mario 64 and then Mario Sunshine, we decided to go back and make it a little bit more accessible and more for the casual gamer. So that's why we made Mario Galaxy.
で最近では3D マリオランドとかだってこう 3D ですけど簡単なものを作ってきたんですけど、ところが
And so in recent years we made Super Mario 3D World, and that's even though it's a 3D game, it's a little bit more accessible to everybody.
誰でも遊びやすいっていうカジュアルなゲームのためには今はスーパーマリオメーカーもできたし、スーパーマリオランもできたし、じゃあ今度のスイッチでゲームが好きな人が買うスイッチで遊ぶゲームってどうしようかというと、がっつりと遊べるマリオ64に帰ったようなゲームを作ってみようということになりました。
And so speaking of casual games, we have Super Mario Maker out, and we also have Super Mario Run. So when we thought about making a Mario for Switch, we wanted to make it because Switch is really to make the game for Switch something a little bit more on the core side that people who like action games can really get into.
That's good. That's good. That's me.
スーパーマリオ64を見たりするんですか?
So and then so do you want maybe we can take a look at Mario 64?
Absolutely. I think we got a video queued up
Yeah,
here.
that'd be great.
See if we can pop that up.
We've played a little bit of this in our day.
A little bit is putting it very mildly in the way that will express my parents. This is one of my favorite Mario games. I spent so much time on this just exploring and finding all of the details in the world. And it was just so nice to be able to really take things at my own pace and really experience everything this world had to offer. Looking at the video here, one thing that is really interesting is looking at the way the camera is operating and moving around you. And I think that's something that's kind of interesting with how Super Mario Odyssey is working as well.
3D の箱庭の中を自分で自由に動き回るって、でその時にカメラを自分で動かすってことも含めて、64にはアナログスティックの他に C ボタンが4つついてたんですね。
So when you're looking at a sandbox type style game here, and when you're moving around freely, you need to be able to look at different things. And so N64 had the analog stick as joystick as well as the C buttons.
でその話少しサンシャインのところに回して、もう今もこれ見てると本当に昔を思い出してるんです。
We wanted to talk about Sunshine after this, but when I'm looking at this, it's really nostalgic.
ちょうどこの頃僕ね、家でハムスターを飼ってて、ハムスターを家の中で部屋で放し飼いにしてたんですね。
So at this time, actually, I had a hamster that was my pet at home, and I had just let it loose in my room.
でもうマリオがいろんなアクションで走り回るのをハムスターを見てるかのように自分で操作するっていうこれが箱庭の原点なんです。
And the prime point for a sandbox style game is that to be able to control Mario as if a hamster was running loose in my house. That's the kind of game I wanted to create.
What if this hamster knew the responsibility it was carrying running around? It's like, you were inspiring an excellent game. Go hamster.
それでサンシャインになってね、サンシャインは今度ゲームキューブには C スティックをつけましたから、これでカメラをぐるぐる回して遊ぶ箱庭タイプのゲーム、自分でゴールを探すゲームを作ろうって作ったんですけど、これが結構カメラが回すのが難しいって言われたんですね。
And so we move on to Mario Sunshine, where we had with the GameCube we had a C stick where you were able to control the camera freely, and it turned into a game where you're actually looking for the endpoint, the goal. And but we got some feedback that the camera control was a little bit difficult.
けど今時代はどんどん進んで、今の標準のゲームコントローラーってちゃんとスティックが2本ついてて、もうカメラを回して遊ぶのがみんなコアな人たち当たり前になってきた。
Yeah, but as times move forward, right now the standard really game or any kind of game controller has 2 sticks, and camera control are really a standard, which is really a change.
なんかWiiなんかでは任天堂のスティックの回しにくいと怒られたりしたぐらいみんなカメラを回すのが普通になりました。
And when we got to the Wii, some people were saying that it's hard to control the camera because it's not there, and it's really difficult to find the right balance.
それで今回はもうがっつりとカメラも回して、しかもスイッチのコントローラーで本当にカメラを回すのにぴったりですから、それを使ってがっつりと遊び込む箱庭のマリオを作ることにしました。
And so with this one, we made sure that the camera controls are really, really smooth and easy to use, and the Switch controller is really conducive to that. So we really made a sandbox-style game that's really easy and feels good to control.
That video had so much stuff in it that I want to ask about, but I probably better keep it sort of broad, or else we're going to be here for hours. But clearly, Mario climbs into some sort of a craft and visits a lot of different places. Can Mr. Miyamoto tell us anything about sort of that aspect of the game?
今度ね、本当にいろんなところ行くんですよ。若いデザイナーたちがいっぱい仕事を提案してきて、ほんで本当にニューヨークのような街の場所が出てきたり。こんなところにマリオを出して合うのかなって心配になるようなこともあったんですけども、どんどん提案してくれるので取り込んでいったので、今度は本当にいろんな世界が出てきます。
In this game, Mario travels around all over the place, and a lot of the younger developers and programmers had given me a lot of ideas. And so you might see Mario traveling around in a big city that looks almost like New York. And other places that it kind of makes me worried. Is Mario going to fit in this place? But that's the kind of game it became.
絶対今日のシーンの中にもどっかで見たことあるようなシーンとか、それから本当のマリオの空想の世界とかいろんなものが入れ混じってるので楽しみにしてください。
And as you'll see, if you look at the trailer, that there's a lot of different locations. Some that seem very like you've seen it before, and some places that look like something made up specifically for Mario.
でそれぞれのところで帽子を見つけてね、そこの帽子を使ったイベントがいろいろありますから。
And then, as you saw, Mario uses his hat this time around, so he'll be using that a lot in all the different locations that he'll visit.
It has eyes.
Well, yeah, I can't wait. I want to play this now.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer, I'm afraid,
okay.
for playing this one.
もうちょっと待たなきゃいけないですね。このゲーム。
そうですね。はい。乗り物の話とかいいんですか？
Should we talk about the vessel, the vehicles?
I mean,
sure,
if
yeah.
anything he can tell us would be
Whatever
great.
we're allowed to talk about, we're game.
Yeah.
あんまり喋ったらダメって言われてるんですけど、ちょっ
And
と
I've been
こ
told
う
not to say too much.
やっぱりね、ギャラクシーの頃からの伝統とかいろんなものがこれ東京で僕長い間一緒に小泉さんと 3D マリオを作り続けてるチームなので、ギャラクシーのこともみんな分かった人たちが今度一回マリオサンシャインに戻ろうということで作ってるので、それまでのいろんなアイデアが全部詰め込まれてます。
So this is the team that's really created all the 3D Marios, and so I've worked closely with Mr. Koizumi in Tokyo to create a lot of the 3D Marios, and so this team really knows all of the 3D Marios like Sunshine and Galaxy, and so we decided to really go back to the roots to Mario Sunshine.
Well, it's really interesting, I imagine, having a chance. You mentioned the younger developers who are on the team and the ideas that are ringing to you, but having a chance to come back to this style of gameplay with this new generation of folks who are bringing in all these interesting ideas, just seeing how they imagine the world has got to be really interesting.
新しい人たちの提案
そうですね。で、それを今までやってきた箱庭にまた戻ってくるの、そういうアイデアを持って戻ってくるのも面白いんじゃないかな。
そうですね。僕はすごく寛大で意外とみんな怖がって出すんですけど、オッケーオッケーってどんどん取り込んでい
You
く。
know, everyone's kind of afraid to bring me ideas, but I'm really open-hearted, open-minded about these things.
今度クッパは本当すごい格好で出てきますからね。
And as you saw, Bowser is really, he looks great.
He looked
He
fabulous.
stepped up his game a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah,
there.
He looked really good.
So I don't know if there's too much time left to talk about too much else, but are there any final thoughts that you'd like to share with our viewers before we head
もう
off?
時間はないんですが、他に何かありまし
いや
たら。
本当にしっかりと遊べる自分でゴールを見つけて遊ぶゲーム、しかもアイテムの利用法がいろんなアクション操作で研究できますから、アクションゲームとして本当に頼んで死んでください。
You know, this is a game that you really can get into and you really can enjoy. So, and there's a lot of actions that are really built into the game. So I really hope that you enjoy it and have fun with it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and definitely, folks watching, take another peek at that trailer. There's so much stuff to check out in there, and hopefully a lot of surprises that we'll be able to talk about.